Nobody is above the law. And anybody who is trying to destroy other Nigerians, they will be treated as enemies of Nigeria. Nobody should threaten Nigeria's territorial integrity. CDS Musa is giving that warning on behalf of the president. Nobody is above the law, and if you threaten Nigeria's existence, you will be treated as the enemy of the country. Now, it is right there on your screen as you are watching this video. That information from the Daily Post, it is right there on your screen. But then, let me give you an information. Today, Wednesday, the 22nd of October, a very, very critical and crucial information. In Kwara State, it's right there on your screen. In Kwara State, a soldier has been killed by S-men in particular local government. A Nigerian soldier, he went back to his home and he has been killed by S-men in particular local government area of Kwara State. And again, this is generating lots of controversy amongst Nigerians. Don't forget, Miyetti Allah ordered the S-men to drop their weapons. No more night grazing, and illegal weapons must be dropped by these S-men. But look at the information right there on screen. A soldier, a Nigerian soldier, he went back to his family place in Kwara State. He has been killed by the S-men. Let us start properly. If you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, and also share this video. Kindly like and share as you are watching, and also drop your comments. It takes you nothing. Like and share and drop your comments. Subscribe if you are not subscribed, and also on notifications. But drop your comments, it's very important. Subscribe and also on notifications. Now, this is generating lots of controversy. A man that his duty is to protect Nigeria, he has been killed by this newspaper, according to them, S-men. And again, you can go and read the full information. What happened? He saw S-men with weapons and tried to ask them, why are you carrying weapons? That was how he was shot dead. You can go and read the information on SAR reporters. I've always told you, anytime I give information, you can find it on the internet and read the full details for yourself. What I do is to give you different perspective, analysis, and breakdown. Now let me continue. Now, all of you have seen the fact that these S-men, or whatever name you call them, they are not relenting. They are not stopping from their evil. All of you have seen the fact that the S-men seem, or they behave as if they are above the law. I have always maintained Nigeria is a sovereign nation. Nobody is above the law. And nobody should be above the law in Nigeria. Nobody is above the law, and nobody should be above the law. Everybody must be under the law as Nigerians. So until the so-called S-men are arrested, I mean all of them are arrested, there is no way we would ever get to the root of this matter. It's as simple as that. Their collaborators, their sponsors, all of them must be arrested. Each and every one of them, they must be arrested. Until they are arrested, there is no way we would ever get to the root cause of this issue. I've always maintained these people are not above the law, and nobody should be. It's as simple as that. Nobody should be. So why are they acting as if they are above the law? That question must always be answered. That is if you want a proper system that's working. Now, that is if you want a proper system that is working. So none of them should be above the law if Nigeria to be a number sovereign state. But again, the soldier may so rest in peace. An innocent young man may so rest in peace. That's the only thing at least I can say on this platform. I just wish he so rest in peace. But the so-called S-men, who is going to arrest them? That's the problem. Now, the Sultan of Sokoto is in Kebbi State. I gave you that information for a crucial meeting on the level of insecurity in the north. Now, they are having crucial meeting as of today. Now, what will come out of the meeting? The Sultan is talking about having social media regulations. That social media must be regulated. Instead, okay, look at this issue. It's right on your screen. You can go and read the full information on Sahara Reporter, but I'm breaking down to you one after the other. Look at a young man, a man serving in the military that has been killed. But he is busy talking about how social media should be regulated. Now you can see. I mean, now all of us can see. You can have an idea of the kind of country that we are in. 45 schools in Kwara State have been shut down, and their teachers have been transferred elsewhere over the same issue of insecurity. Now you have seen it. Over the same recurring issue in Kwara State. And these are the problems. But then listen. A memo came out. It's on all pages of the newspaper. And I gave you that information. The DSS has warned of an imminent attack from ISWAP in Ondo State and in Ekiti State. Now, well, DSS has done a good job, but again, it be us on them and the military to protect the average Nigerians. That's their duty. To protect the average Nigerians, our lives and properties. That is why when I heard about repentant bandits, I said this is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. You cannot have a proper country where you have repentant bandits. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. There is no way you have a normal country and then you have repentant bandits. It cannot work. So it is nonsense. It's nonsense. So when I spoke up against these things under Muhammadu Buhari, that how can you be granting these people pardon? That was my problem then. And everybody saw me as an enemy of the APC. I said, how will bandits be converted to society in a sovereign country? So I said, this is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. And I was very sure about it. The bandits, or whoever their sponsors are, they should be arrested. Now listen, they don't deserve any form of mercy. It's as simple as that. This was have killed innocent people, father, mothers, and children, disorder of properties, and after many atrocities, you now call them repentant bandits. That's the problem where the North is today. Now listen to me. That is the problem where the North is today. Say repentant bandits, repentant Boko Haram. Now these are the aftermath of these issues, and all these things makes our sovereign nation Nigeria like a laughing stock in the eyes of international communities. So I was seen then as an enemy of Buhari, not an enemy. It is the implementation that obviously I don't support. You cannot have a system where people are seen to be above the law. Cannot have that system. It does not work like that. It cannot work. It's as simple as there's nothing you can do about it. It can't work. You cannot do anything about it. There's nothing in this world you can do about these things. It can't just work because some people seems in Nigeria to be above other people. Instead, everybody should be on the same level playing ground. But some people now seem to be above the other people. That is not how a proper country should work. But drop your comments on the issue of this soldier, an innocent young man, may his soul rest in peace. Drop your comments. What do you think? Let's have this conversation today, Wednesday, the 22nd of October. Let's have this conversation. What do you think about the soldier? What do you think about what the soldier have said? Reading out the Riot Act against the enemies of the sovereign state of Nigeria. Drop a comment. What do you think? Let's have this conversation. What do you think? Drop a comment. Now listen to me. The Nigerian system must work for everybody. That is why people are course advocating for restructuring in the name of government. That is one of the right way to go. So, now a restructured country, having everybody in the country having access to their own natural resources. A report came now that one of the reasons why there's bandits insurgents is being alleged is that there are some natural resources in Kwara State. Now, it is still being alleged that there are some natural resources in Kwara State. Now, where do we go from here? That is the question mark. How do we leave this kind of news? Almost every day, we are having the same type of news. How do we move? Listen to me. Let us have ordinary state police, ordinary VAT. You saw how the North kicked against it. All of us were here. And let us begin that implementation from there. Ordinary state police. You saw how the North, they kicked against it. No, they don't want. All of us were in this country. Abi, all of us are here. We saw these things. So, I don't know. I would like to let us have this engagement today. What do you think? Some of Sokoto's thoughts about social media regulations, about the genocide against the Christians, the caste positions, even the non pastor's position, the moving position. What do you think? Let us have this conversation. I'd like to have a feedback from you. Let's have this conversation. Let us discuss. Like I always ask, almost every time on this show, which way Nigeria? That is a $1 million question. Which way Nigeria? How do we move from here? But it must be said, regarding politics, that we are in the turn of the southern rule in this country. The power must remain in southern Nigeria. It's very important. Power must remain in southern Nigeria. It is very, very important. It is turn by turn. The North has ruled 8 years under Buhari, so let it remain in the South. Now, everybody like vote, so that's the problem. Anybody, that's the problem. But to these things. So let us be very careful on the issue. But I've always maintained the North should be more concerned about the high level of insecurity there. They should be more concerned about the level of poverty, the level of illiteracy. Now, it's not about social media. It's about that level. Now, look at the southern Nigeria compared to the north. Can you compare both of them? The southern Nigeria, in terms of education, in terms of infrastructure, compared to the north. But the question is, between the south and the north, which of them have ruled Nigeria the most? Which of them have held the most powerful positions? Muhammadu Buhari spent 8 years in office. The North could only keep quiet. They didn't talk anything, they didn't shout. Now, Tinubu, now listen to me. Tinubu is there. Look at how they're not speaking up. For 8 years of Muhammadu Buhari, how many of them spoke up about the insecurity, about the poverty? Now, that's the problem. How many of them really spoke up? But now, Tinubu is there. They are speaking. These are the hypocrisies that I've only been pointing out that is now plaguing Nigeria. These are the hypocrisies that I've only been talking about that is plaguing the North. We must always tell ourselves the truth. That's why on this platform, I love my viewers. I see all your comments, and very soon I'll start reading your comments on my show here. Drop your comments. If you are watching this video, drop your comments. Let us have this conversation today, Wednesday, the 22nd of October. But again, let me allow you to see that video from the pastor who have rejected anything that the clerics and people are talking about. I will allow you to see that video. Let me, because you too see the video for yourself and make a conclusion. What do you think? What do you think about what's currently happening in Nigeria? Do you think that social media should be regulated? Do you think that social media is now the problem of the average Nigerian man? Now, I'll let you see the video, but drop your comment on that. Listen to me, is this social media now that's the problem of an average Nigerian? That is the question we must ask ourselves at this particular juncture. Let's ask ourselves these salient questions. Is this social media that's now the problem of the average Nigerian man? So, wherever the Sultan I've seen, many people from the South have rejected that statement. I've always told you, Nigeria, we are two different types of people. The North and the South. We are not the same. Northern Nigeria and Southern Nigeria. Our way of life, our way of thinking, the religion, the everything, we are quite different. So, if we start talking about social media regulation, the question is, now, listen to me, how about the Sultan talking about state police? You have not asked yourself, how about them naming the sponsors of this evil that's currently going on in Nigeria? The sponsors. You have not asked yourself, how about the people that are planning to make this country a hell for the indigenous population? You are not asking yourself that question. So these ones should be, because we should take this one more seriously than the issue of social media. I'll tell you something. We should take this one more seriously than the issue of social media. Social media is just a platform. The bandit leaders, who are they? Their sponsors, their collaborators, who is arming them? These are the questions that we must ask ourselves this particular juncture. Who are their backers? Who is arming them? Are they above the law? How about telling the northern people that they should support the Nigerian military to eliminate these people? So, in my opinion, social media is not really the problem. Let them have access to good education, good healthcare, and industries. Then I think that the North will grow. But what do you think? Drop your comment as I watch this video. But now let me allow you to see the video of the pastor. Now, listen to the video. Sit back and listen. I want you to